Chris van Ransbeek, co-founder of Streamliner, and I want to talk about Streamliner's vision, how a digital twin can be enriched by taking into account not only the systems but also the people. Let me explain. A digital twin is a virtual supply chain replica, a supply chain that consists of thousands of customers, suppliers, logistic service providers, store and affiliates. Nowadays, complex tools are used to manage supply chains: TMS, WMS, SNOP, and of course ERP tools. Systems are connected. However, the collaboration and communication between the people orchestrating the flow of goods and information across continents, companies, and departments is crucial. Therefore, we have asked some supply chain specialists, how do we communicate nowadays?
Personally, of course, I don't know, Facebook,
Twitter,
And I use LinkedIn.
Email is dead, everything happens through social networks.
LinkedIn.
These experts just confirm what you all know. The tools used to communicate have changed a lot in the last decade. But did they also change in the world of the supply chain? Therefore, we asked these experts a next question. What do you think is the problem with communication and collaboration in the supply chain?
I think it's frustrating for us to see that all the stakeholders in the supply chain are still today working so much in silos.
We need to think in terms of networks. There should not be any silos.
If you've got everybody talking more openly and more immediately with each other across company silos, you've got chances for great ideas to flourish.
What are we hearing? Silos. This brings us back to the digital twin. A supply chain typically consists of different internal and external stakeholders, each with their own function, tools, and objectives. Let us listen to the testimony of Tom, Serena, and Oliver, each of them having a different role in the life cycle of an order.
Hi, I am Tom. We made great progress the last years with our demand and supply planning process. Inventories went down. However, as a result, supply reliability has become much more critical. Our current IT tools are not helping my teams with that. My planners are spending way too much time chasing orders by calling and emailing our factories and suppliers.
Hello there, I am Serena. I love my job as EDC Operations Manager. Our new WMS is a great tool to plan and execute the work within the warehouse. However, I wish that I would get the same visibility and possibility to collaborate with the suppliers and carriers to improve the follow-up of deliveries. EDI is just not enough. My staff are locked to their desks, answering emails and calls.
My name is Oliver, and I am a country operations manager. I need to be with my teams, making sure we have all the goods available to ship to our customers. But unfortunately, I'm wasting a lot of time in trying to find out which order is going to be on which trucks and when it's going to arrive.
As you can hear from Tom, Serena, and Oliver, the existing systems are performing well. However, one specific aspect is almost always missing: a real-time, shared, end-to-end collaboration tool giving control and decision support to the users. Collaboration with all stakeholders, bridging the silos. We at Streamliner therefore believe that digital twin must also include the actors and not only the systems, connecting people, not only the systems. We need to bring the data, communication capability, and decision support tools together on one platform, the Slack or Microsoft Teams for the supply chain profession. How did we conceive such a digital twin of the inbound and outbound supply chain?
I am Remy. Chris asked me to give you a demo. I have taken the example of Van Mark, a Belgian wholesaler. To set up Streamliner, the Van Mark community manager first needs to set up his internal organization. This takes the form of a hierarchical tree. that he can organize in folders and locations. In this simple demo, you see that Luxembourg stands by itself, France is split in 3 regions, while Belgium has been organized in service centers in the central warehouse. The Belgian region service centers cover 3 different locations, but there is only one single warehouse. For each of these locations, one can now start adding information. The name and exact address is added. Warehouses are split in different zones and the gates are defined. All necessary information on these zones and gates are entered, including opening hours, transport preferences, etc. If this information is available from other systems, they can easily be uploaded. Once this internal organization tree is defined, the community manager invites the users, link to the different locations of Vanmark. Access rights and preferences can be set per user. This sets the internal organization. Now, the community manager can invite the connected companies. Companies can be of different types, receivers, suppliers or LSPs. When inviting a company, Streamliner checks if the company already exists in other communities to facilitate the onboarding. Each invited company identifies its own users, called members, and configures its own structure, including its own locations, very similar as we have shown before. This enriches the platform with data managed by the community, typically composed of hundreds of connected companies and more than 1,000 members. We call this the wisdom of the crowd. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you, Remy. Once we have established the roles and relationships in the communities, we can start sharing data safely and in real time. Of course, the order, purchase or sales order, is the central object we replicate digitally in Streamliner. Therefore, the digital twin is connected via an API layer to different systems to feed the digital twin permanently with actual data, with correct timestamps. Back to you, Remy.
Thank you, Chris. As Chris explained, the Streamliner platform is connected with the existing ERP system to receive the file with open sales and purchase orders. This is a simple API which typically only takes a couple of days to implement. Once implemented, the supply chain manager at Vanmark can at any moment check these orders. Next to the imported data, he can see their status, accepted, packed, slot booked or delivered. In this example, we see that one order is scheduled for today, but no slot is booked. Therefore, he can easily ask the supplier why no slot is booked. Now, have a look what is happening at the supplier side when we sign in as the supplier, Wolf Energy Systems. After signing in, we see indeed the message from Vanmark. We immediately give feedback and take action. We add the open order to the basket, and then create a package. We indicate that we will use Rennes as carrier and then indicate the truck type, the pickup location and time. We also add a remark to the carrier. We can now see that the status of this order has changed. Of course, this information is shared in real time with Vanmark and with Rennes. Now, we will have a look how it looks at the carrier side. We sign out and sign in as carrier Rennes. Rennes is a carrier which works not only for Vanmark. As you can see, Rennes is member of different supply chain communities. If he selects the Vanmark community, he sees the request for the delivery from the supplier Wolf Energy Systems. He adds the package to his basket and books a slot at Vanmark. He tries to deliver today, but this no longer possible. Therefore, he selects the first slot on the next day. That brings the order to the status, booked. Let us now sign in again as Vanmark. When going to the shipments, He can indeed find the shipment from Wolf Energy Systems. He can also check the capacity of his warehouse. Let us see how we can now manage the reception when the shipment arrives. By a simple click, he can indicate that the truck has arrived, that the truck is in, and assign a slot. Let us now assume that an incident happens during unloading. For example, when the package is found to be damaged. In this case, we create the corresponding event and add a picture of both the damaged goods and the transport documents. Again, all of this is shared real-time with all actors involved. This gives a first glance in the Streamliner platform. Of course, we skipped a lot of additional features, but please do not hesitate to contact us for a more elaborated demo. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you, Remy. So the user can update data or create events manually to fully track the life cycle of the order. This brings much value as some events are just not available digitally today and will probably never be. Think about a pallet damaged during transport. Business plugins can bring further productivity by automating high-volume repetitive tasks or for decision support. Typical tools can include slot booking, order management with proactive notification, and for issue handling. One can also think about collaborative forecasting or even tools to reduce CO2 emission by optimizing transport. But the collaboration tool also has all information to bring business intelligence. Every timestamp, every issue in the life cycle of an order is recorded real time. This information can easily be represented in real-time business-specific dashboards. Contrary how existing BI dashboards work, a manager no longer needs to send reports to outside stakeholders. They have access permanently to these views which are relevant for them. And furthermore, these reports do not come with a month or a quarter of delay. It is all real time. When deploying the platform, it became clear that the market is indeed ready for using social tech on the work floor. People are so accustomed to use WhatsApp, Instagram or Messenger in their private life that working with a collaborating platform seems natural. Please let me share some data of a reference customer of Streamliner. Within less than 4 months, he enrolled 81 companies over 112 locations ranging from Belgium over Spain to Vietnam, with in total 193 users. These 193 users are exchanging 3,000 messages a day to coordinate the end-to-end inbound process. What the customer learned was the following: a smart two-way communication and collaboration tool directs the right information to the right user at the right moment. Real-time shared data around inbound and outbound orders increases efficiency. Dynamic dashboards and tools are crucial for cost optimization and even CO2 emission reduction. The customer experiences that a collaboration platform can indeed bridge the silos. This brings me to the end of my presentations. Thanks for the opportunity to present why we at Streamliner believe that the digital twin should not only connect the systems, but also the people.